Hello, this is Steve again from tigerpawwristsupports.com, and I just want to take a minute or two of your time and show you a couple more of our products here that we feature, all produced by U.S. Glove in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This particular device that I'm wearing, wrist support, is what we call the hyper wrist support in the medium version. And one thing that can be a little confusing if you're new to the wrist support market is that the medium in this case doesn't necessarily apply directly to the size of wrist that it'll fit, although certainly the small hyper wrist support is designed for smaller wrists. But the medium and the large hyper wrist support that we have are actually both designed for larger wrists, but for more support. You can see if you compare the height of these two wrist supports, the large, in addition to have the extra strap, is just a little bit longer of a cuff. And so depending on what activity you're involved in, if you're a gymnast, what level of gymnast you are, or just how much support you need, whether you be using these for gymnastics or anything else, they provide your basic wrist support for many different uses. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about these, how they're built. These wrist supports are a piece of leather that is fused or glued to a real thick piece of neoprene rubber, and it has a large Velcro wraparound strap that lets you make the adjustment to pretty much any size wrist you want. I mean, it won't go real small if you're a real small gymnast and you're looking for some wrist support, and you're looking for something other than our Tiger Paw, which is our main version of wrist support. These wrist supports do the job for you. So the medium and the large both have a range of adjustability that will fit a wide range of wrists. I'm a pretty large guy, and both of these, the large and the medium, both fit me just fine and have plenty of adjustability. So again, as I say, that the main difference, as you can see, is the height of the cuff on the two models, giving you more support at the back edge of the wrist. The small hyper wrist support shown here is indeed, you can see the diameter that's closed down to there, is indeed for smaller people, junior athletes and whatnot, and has a little bit thinner pad on it. And the first point at which you can loop the Velcro around itself is a point that requires a fairly small wrist. So just want to show you what we had there. These are what are known as the hyper wrist support. And underneath the hyper wrist support is another one of our items that I really like. Personally, I'm a tennis player. These remind me of the days of Ivan Lendl. For any of you tennis hardcores out there, remember Ivan Lendl. They always had those really nice long wristbands. And this is a cotton wristband with a really dense knit to it, and it's 6 inches long, and it provides a lot of comfort under the wrist if you're wearing a wristband, just to keep the inside of the wristband, even though it's soft, you've got the strap here, and there can be some abrasion depending on the activity that you're doing. So the cotton wristband provides protection for your wrist. So if you're wearing a wrist support, you might want to consider one of these nice cotton wristbands that we have. We also have them in a slightly shorter version, so depending on what you're doing, you might not need the 6-incher. But this is indeed a very thick, comfortable wristband. And if you're a tennis player or a runner or something like that, and you're just someone who perspires, they make an excellent way to carry with you a little perspiration towel, if you will. I plan on using some of these this summer for tennis because I think they're awesome, and I'm someone who works pretty hard on the court, and I'm always having to go for my towel on the sidelines. So just having a couple of these in my bag is going to do the trick for me. Okay, so thank you for your time. I just wanted to show you that these are the hyper wrist supports at tigerpawwristsupports.com. All of our products are produced by U.S. Glove, and in fact we are a site that is directly related to usglove.com. Our emphasis is just that we are focusing on wrist supports and tennis elbow supports and devices that aren't strictly limited to use with the gymnastics skills. So there you have it, the hyper wrist support in large, medium, and small. Thank you for your time.